duck walks into a pub and orders a pint of beer and a ham sandwich. The barman looks at him and says, "Hang on, you're a duck." "I see your eyes are working," replies the duck. "And you can talk," exclaims the barman. "I see your ears are working too," says the duck. "Now, if you don't mind, can I have my beer and my sandwich, please?" Barman says, "Sorry, yep, certainly, sorry about that," pulls out the pint and gives him his sandwich. The barman says, "It's just we don't get many ducks in this pub. What are you doing round this way?" "I'm working on the building site across the road," explains the duck. "I'm a plasterer." The flabbergasted barman cannot believe the duck and wants to learn more, but takes the hint when the duck pulls out a newspaper from his bag and proceeds to read it. So the duck reads his paper, drinks his beer, eats his sandwich, and bids the barman good day and leaves. The same thing happens for 2 weeks, but one day the circus comes to town. The ringmaster comes into the pub for a pint and the barman says to him, "You're with the circus, aren't you? Well, I know this duck that could be brilliant in your circus. He talks, drinks beer, eats sandwiches, reads the newspaper and everything. Sounds marvellous," says the ringmaster, handing over his business card. "Get him to give me a call." So the next day the duck comes into the pub and the barman says, "Hey, Mr. Duck, I reckon I can line you up with a top job paying really, really good money." "I'm always looking for the next job," says the duck. "Where is it?" "At the circus," says the barman. "The circus," repeats the duck. "That's right. The circus," the duck asks again. "With the big tent?" "Yeah," the barman replies. "With the animals who live in cages and the performers that live in caravans," says the duck. "Of course," the barman replies. "And the tent that has canvas sides and the big roof and the hole in the middle," persists the duck. "That's right," says the barman. The duck shakes his head in amazement and says, "What the hell would they want with the plasterer?"
So this guy walks into a bar and he's got a head like half an orange. And the bartender looks at him and goes, "Oh, geez, this guy's got a head like half orange. But I won't say anything." And the guy sits down at the bar and he says, "Get me a schooner of beer, thanks, mate." And the guy goes, "Yeah, no worries." And he starts pulling all this cash out of his pockets. All this cash is falling on the ground. The guy goes, "Mate, you're dropping cash everywhere." He says, "Don't worry, there's plenty of that, where that came from." And he said, "Look, if you don't mind me asking, but you've got a head like half an orange." And the guy goes, "Yeah, I get that a fair bit." And he said, "Well, how did that come about?" And he said, "Well, I was walking down the street and there was a junk pile. And I saw a genie's lamp in the bottom of the junk pile."
What are the chances?
And I thought, well, I'll give it a rub. Rub the lamp. Out pops the genie. And the genie's there. And the guy says, "Well, you're a genie." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, are you given like the 3 wishes? That's still a thing?" The genie goes, Yeah. Still do that." And he goes, "Great. Well, I'm up for some wishes then." And he goes, "Okay, well, just remember this. These wishes come with great responsibility. So be responsible about this, okay?" And he goes, "Okay, right." So he thinks about it. He goes, "Right, you know what I want? I'm going to wish for my pockets, whatever pants I'm wearing, to be always filled with cash." And the genie goes, "Right, yeah, done." Next minute, it's all this cash coming out of his pockets.
How great.
Yeah. And then he goes, "I've got another wish." He goes, "Yeah, well, just remember, be careful. Wishes can have 2 meanings. Just be careful what you wish for." And the guy goes, "Right, okay. Can I go and get a coffee? I'll think about it. Do you want one? I've got plenty of cash. I'll buy you one." So the genie goes, "Yeah, sure, get me a skim flat white." Anyway, the guy comes back with 2 coffees and says, "You know what I want? I want a big house, a very big house in the country with a pool and a garage and cars and motorbikes and lots of rooms for all my friends." And the genie goes, "Done. Boom. There's your second wish." And he goes, "You've got 1 wish." And the guy, "I don't need to tell you about how you wish, because remember, it comes with great responsibility, these wishes." And the guy goes, "Yeah, no worries, I've got it all covered. You know what I've always wanted? A head like half an orange."